Hey, what's up guys? In this video, I'm going to be talking about RaiBlocks XRB, not to be confused with Ripple's XRP. It's XRB as in boy. Um, Before I start, I just want to say that I am not telling or advising anyone to invest into it. Personally, I am. I think it's going to be a big runner for 2018. But if you do want to invest or if you're thinking about it, then I advise you to do your own research and not base your investments off of anything that I say or anything that's in this video or anything that anyone else says for that matter. Just invest in what you believe in. So, before I can explain how RaiBlocks technology is different than Bitcoin, let's talk about how Bitcoin works. So, Bitcoin runs off the blockchain process, which so say for example you send a transaction, multiple transactions get inserted into this block, and after the block is created in full, it gets broadcast to the network, and the miners are the ones that confirm these transactions. The miners also get paid for confirming these transactions because there is such a large backlog of transactions these days due to Bitcoin's massive amount of volume. That's why it takes so long for your Bitcoin transactions to go through the network. Sometimes it can take 20 minutes, sometimes it can take up to a few hours. It just depends on when you send it. That's also why you have to pay so much in fees these days. So RaiBlocks introduces this new technology called the Block Lattice, which is completely different from the blockchain. As we can see here, there's no miners required because there's nothing to mine. You can see the circulating supply is the same as the max supply. All the XRB is there, nothing to mine, so there's no miners. So that raises the question, then how do we get our transactions confirmed? And that's where the block lattice comes into play. So instead of having your transactions confirmed by multiple people, it just needs to be confirmed by basically two, the sender and the receiver. So if John Doe sends money to Jane Doe, all Jane Doe has to say is she kind of, I'll go over it later, but you kind of put in a receive order, or you just have to confirm the receiving, and that's basically it. And each account contains its own blockchain as opposed to in this huge, massive blockchain that Bitcoin has that's public. I think it's around 100 gigabytes or so right now. The Block Lattice blockchain size, which consists of the accounts, is only about 2 gigabytes. Also, to go a little further into that, for the Bitcoin blockchain, as you know, it's a huge public ledger and it contains the history of every transaction that's ever occurred from the moment that it started, from block number one. For the block lattice, it doesn't contain the history of every transaction. It just contains the, how do I explain this? The most recent transaction. So there's no need for, let's say, on account A up here, we can see there's a send, a receive. In each one, this is its blockchain. So think of each one of these vertical lines as a blockchain. Each account has its own blockchain. In each one of these blocks, it doesn't contain a history of every transaction. It contains just the latest transaction. The only thing that matters is the current balance. So that's how the disk space size of the blockchain, so to speak, or block lattice is so small. Yeah, I didn't mean to get that technical. I could explain it better. I'm trying to find a medium between simplifying and talking about the technical aspects. But if you want to read more, there's this white paper. It gets pretty intense, but I think if you read through it and you understand it, you'll get pretty excited. So if we go to RaiBlocks, you can see RaiBlocks is designed from the ground up for instant, feeless, scalable transactions. So this is all true. They are instant. It's feeless because there are no miners required to confirm the transaction, so there's no one to pay fees to. And it's scalable because it's so small. It's fairly new. It's I believe it started development a year ago, maybe 2 years ago. I'm not 100% sure on that, but as you can see, all the news, and we'll look at the roadmap in a minute, it's very recent. Most stuff just started happening in December or November of 2017. We'll look at CoinMarketCap. There's a few wallet options, and we'll go through how to buy XRB and how to store it, etc. Let's go back to CoinMarketCap. So as you can see, it's currently listed as rank 23, which is really impressive for a new coin. Rank 23, RaiBlocks. It's currently valued at 11 bucks. It's up 13.79% today. If we go look at its history, we can look at, let's just look at the 1 month chart. We can see that in the past 30 days, it's gone from 22 cents up to $11 in 30 days, which is really impressive. And then we can go look at the markets to see where to buy it, and the #1 place to buy it, which has 70% of its volume, is an exchange called BitGrow, which is the one that I use. This is good news because this means that it hasn't been added to any of the big exchanges like Bittrex or Binance, and it probably will, and when it does, I predict the price to skyrocket. So I'm assuming most people watching this video are familiar with buying altcoins. If you're not, then I recommend going look at my other video, or just reading an article, or there's tons of videos on how to buy other altcoins. This is going to be the same way, it's just through a different type of exchange. So I'll give 2 examples. Let's say you have some Bitcoin or Ethereum or any of these coins in GDAX. We'll use GDAX as an example, or we can also use my Ether wallet. It's the same thing, but first of all, we need to make an account on the exchange we're going to buy the XRB on, which is BitGrow. So you'll go to bitgrow.com. You'll have to register. There's no ridiculous verification, like you don't have to upload your passport or anything like that. It's really quick. I think it'll send you an email, and you have to verify your email address, and you might have to set up 2-factor authentication with your Google Authenticator, which is an app on your phone. But that's it. It should just take you a couple minutes to get registered on here. So once you're registered on here, you can go to wallets and see all the currencies that's supported on the exchange. This exchange was created just for XRB, by the way. So let's buy some XRB. So let's say, for example, I'm not actually going to buy any. I'm just going to walk you guys through it. Let's say, for example, we want to buy some XRB with Ethereum. And let me unlock my wallet here. It's unlocked. So I've purchased, or I've sent money to BitGrow I've sent Bitcoin and Litecoin. Both of them took, or the transactions themselves, they took maybe like 20-30 minutes to fully go through. But side note, I helped a friend do it with Ethereum last night, and the Ethereum transferred from my Ether wallet to BitGrow in maybe 2 or 3 minutes. So if you want to buy some XRB, I recommend using Ethereum. So let's say we have some Ethereum in here. You'll type in your address, which you go back to BitGrow. Where's XRB? You'll click deposit, and it'll give you, have to click, okay, I understand, get a new address. All right, so then you'll copy your XRB address. Nope, I'm sorry, I'm doing this backwards. This always confuses me. We're depositing Ethereum. So, same thing. Get your Ethereum address, copy that, go to my Ether wallet, paste it in the to address. You're going to choose your amount to send. gas limit 21,000. Just keep that there. Generate transaction, and it'll walk you through. You might have to click a couple more buttons, but it'll send. Same with GDAX. Go to Ethereum, withdraw, Ethereum address. Paste that same address that we got from BitGrail. Choose your amount, enter your code, and withdraw funds. And then, given the network's not in a bad state whenever you decide to do this, you will then see in BitGrail and wallets. It'll probably take a few minutes. Keep refreshing. Once it's pending, you'll see a balance here. And then shortly after, this should say no pending deposit again, and you'll see your full balance here. So let's say, for example, we just deposited 20 Ethereum, or however much. You'll go back to markets, and then you'll want to scroll down to the XRB markets, click Ethereum, and then we'll want to sell, use this right side to sell Ethereum for XRB. So down here you can see the order book, you can see how much people are buying it for. So if you want an instant purchase, then you can click this and it'll autofill, or you can even click one of these rows and it'll autofill everything. So you'll just fill this stuff out however much you want to buy, place sell order, you'll sell your Ethereum. If it's not an instant transfer or not an instant transaction, you'll have a window right here that pops up that says open trades or something like that. If not, you'll see your order in the latest trades, and then you can go to wallets, and then your Ethereum balance will be gone if you used all of it, and then you will have an XRB balance. And after that, for each transaction, you can click the little chart and it'll show your history. For example, I should have a Bitcoin one from when I did it. Yeah, and you can click that and it'll open up all the transaction information. So if you do this with Ethereum, you should have the same thing if you were to click this icon on Ethereum. Same for XRB. You should have, yeah, you can click XRB. This is after, we'll get to this, so this is after you actually send the XRB. I'll actually keep that open. So, with that being said, we now have some XRB. We don't want to keep it on this exchange because we don't have, well, first of all, it's not good to keep your coins on an exchange if you're holding them for a long time. So we want to put it into a wallet. So what are our options? Let's go back to the RaiBlocks website, and it'll tell you what wallets we have. So they have an official web wallet, which is at RaiWallet.com, and they have a desktop wallet for Linux, Windows, and Mac. I'll show you that in a second. It's kind of ugly and it's a little buggy right now, so I don't recommend it. By the way, the web wallet's still in beta. The Mac wallet, I don't have Windows or Linux, I'm on a Mac. The Mac wallet is on version 8. It's not very user-friendly. I don't like it, and it's a little complex. And then they have some third-party wallets, which is this one, RaiWallet, their official wallet, which is the one I like and I use mainly because you own your own keys. And RaiWallet Bot, which I have. I haven't even opened this link. I don't know anything about that one. So let's say, let's start off with the web wallet. So RaiWallet.com is their official wallet. So you'll go to RaiWallet.com. You can read about it if you want. It's got a nice UI. You can see all the... Let me actually refresh this. Yeah, so you see the amount transferred in the last 24 hours. This all updates real time. And then signing up is really easy. Click sign up, fill out all this info. I think you'll also have to set up two-factor authentication for this. It'll give you your wallet seed, which is like your private key, for which I'm sure a lot of people are familiar with by now. And yeah, so you get a seed and a key, and the key is kind of like your username. So once you get all that information, you can log in. Oh, it logged me out, so I'm gonna have to log back in again. So sign in. Log in. do my two-factor authentication. Hold on my phone. So you log in, and then you'll see your wallet. Yours will be, you won't have a balance up here. It'll say 0. You'll just have one account. You can have as many accounts as you want. And it's pretty straightforward. As you can see, it's still in beta, but it's safe. You have your own keys, so you'll always have access to your funds. First thing I recommend doing is going to security, and if this is, I'm not sure if this is, if you do this when you register, I don't remember, but you'll want to set up your two-factor authentication, and you can even change your, let's see, yeah, the alias, which is that long number you get when you have to log in. You can change it to a more simpler username, so you don't have to remember a 100-character code. So now that you have your wallet, you want to transfer your funds from BitGrow over to here. So you'll get, so you'll want to copy your address. So you will just have one of these. You can click one and actually change the name of it if you want. Yeah, but that doesn't matter. So yeah, anyways, just copy the address. Go back to BitGrow, XRB, you want to withdraw it. You'll paste your XRB address. Just double check it, make sure it's the same address so you're not doing any typos. Fill in the amount that you want to send over, and then submit withdrawal request. And then it'll send, but it won't automatically be shown in your wallet. You'll have to, it'll still say 0. Remember, this wallet's still in beta, so it could be a little buggy, but go to settings, and if this isn't checked, you'll want to check it. Kind of speeds things up, and then after that, go to debug, click refresh, and then I don't have anything that's pending, so nothing's showing up, but you should have some stuff. It'll say pending or loading blocks or something. I don't remember what it says, but click refresh, maybe click it a couple times, and then wait a minute or two, and then you should see your balance update up here. And now you have your XRB in a safe official wallet. Then you can go back to BitGrow and see your historical XRB withdrawals and click transaction ID to full. I already had this open. To view the full transaction info. You see where it was, where it's sent, the balance, a lot of unnecessary stuff. So to the interesting thing about XRB is when you send, if you don't, you have to have someone on the receiving end to actually receive it. So that's what this receive is for up here. You can actually submit a receive request to receive, or from my understanding, that's what this debug thing does as well. I could be wrong. I'm still kind of new to this one, but that's what I did. But anyways, if you were to send to your address and you didn't open your wallet to receive it, and on this page it would say unpocketed, it would say something like not yet or pending, or I don't remember what it is, but it doesn't say yes for the pocketed row until it's actually 100% confirmed and into your into your wallet. Yeah, so that's it for Ray Wallet. The other options that you have are, so that's Web Wallet, the Mac Wallet. I don't know what the Windows or Linux wallets look like. I'm assuming they look really similar, but this is the desktop wallet for Mac. As you can see, it's not pretty at all. It's really complex. I haven't played with it too much. You can import accounts, create accounts. There's a bunch of advanced settings. Yeah, I don't know too much about this one. And then there's obviously the Ray Wallet bot, which I don't know anything about either. Yeah, I don't even have this Telegram app, so I can't show it to you. But yeah, that pretty much covers that. If anybody has any questions, just let me know and I'd be happy to answer them. Again, I recommend looking at all the, if you're interested in learning more about it, looking at the publications, reading about it. It has its own subreddit. There's a lot good community there. There's probably its own Facebook group, which is subreddit, as a Steam and a Medium. Definitely recommend reading the white paper if you want to get into the technical stuff of it. It should be added to some exchanges soon. I have the roadmap open somewhere up here. Yeah, so we're in December. So apparently in December we're going to have a mobile wallet. They only have a couple more days to give us that, so you can expect that. And then there should be a 4th exchange listing and some new partnerships. And then in 2018, there's going to be a lot of new enhancements and a Block Explorer, which we already kind of have, as you can see in the, let me find it, in the desktop wallet. You can go to the block viewer. Oh, this might be the wrong. Yeah, you can look at the ledger, refresh, and you can see the balance of all the accounts, which is, I don't know why anybody would care to look at this stuff. But if you want, it's there, just like Bitcoin's public ledger, the blockchain. Yeah, I think that pretty much covers it. Like I said, this is a fairly new coin. It's gaining traction quickly. Again, it's already up to rank 23. It's gone. We'll go back and look at this historical data one more time. It's up to 11 bucks. It's up 14% today. We can see how much it's gained. Actually, sorry. Click view all. CoinMarketCap could use some UI improvements for sure. Wait for this to load. And then, yeah, so in the past 7 days, XRB has gone up 128% for the for every currency with a market cap of 1 billion plus in the past 7 days. It's definitely leading. So it's a good one to keep an eye on. I'm invested into it. I'm not going to tell you to. If you like the technology behind it, then sure, go ahead. It's easy to buy. It's easy to transfer into the Ray wallet. If you need help, let me know. I'd be glad to help. But other than that, I hope I explained it. Sorry, I'm still new to making these videos, so sorry if I skip around a lot. I got a million thoughts going through my head, so yeah, I'll end it here. So thanks for watching.